I mean, and there's a lot that we can say about Monika's reaction to.
And yes, so we're gonna be on this one for a minute. On a positive note, I will say, if well, yeah, um, if we are going with a okay, I realize that the setup throughout the entire course of this mod is frequent opportunities of ambiguity as to whether or not she's awakened, and we never get confirmation there.
Yes.
If you are running on the assumption that she is not, her reaction to the festival going wrong, coming from someone who was a severe perfectionist, overachiever. I wanted to do everything, be in every club, achieve every high grade. I was very much that kind of mentality, and I can tell you, nothing would have flipped my Act 2 switch quite like nobody showing up.
I mean, yeah, that would be true. Like,
it would have sent me into an irrational fit.
Like, she seems like a perfectionist kind of girl. Like, it would be like, you know, justifiable that she got angry that no one showed up when she was like a perfectionist. She wants everything to go perfectly fine.
And it would, excuse me, it would be to the point of the frenzy that she went into. I think that was, a lot of people will fight me on it, but I think that was actually very reasonable. However,
but then we have the bad. We have the bad of that scene.
So, Nick, I want to touch on what you said, Nick, because you made a good point. It ultimately boils down to to MC's relationship with the other Dokis at the time. Okay? If we are working off the assumption that this is the conclusion of Act 1, at this point, MC is going to feel a bond with at least one of them. He's going to feel the desire and the need to protect them from anybody, from their secrets getting out. So his tendency towards secrecy, at least for me, feels okay. It feels like a natural course of action. The poetry in base game hits at the struggles, stress, and expectations of the perfection required of the popular girl. Monika ran her own club as opposed to being high up in another club. This is their last festival. They are graduating. She is trying to enjoy this. But her parents, confirmed later in the mod, are giving her hell that things aren't going well. It's only 4 people, and instead of doing their duties, Sayori, quote-unquote, tries to get attention from her crush and her friends with some dramatic attention-grabbing scene. They ruined the one thing she was trying to do for fun, which was still given the amount of stress and critique as everything else by those with the power to make her miserable. So, Via makes a very, very important point here.
That's very, very, yeah.
And I think that is credible evidence pointing in the direction that our Monika is not sentient, or at least is still very new to the thought. To add to that, she also came across as the typical popular girl trope. Yes, she did.